What is poppin', people? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. We got some exhibition stuff. We got Ghosts versus DM LordKnight. I'm gonna see analog. You can get rid of a training and a Barkemon off rip, but we do get a Dullahamon in hand. And that's gonna be a training on an Elecmon in the back, and a Gabu to get search in. So this is DM V2. The you know, the DM set of all time. The Gabu with the load does send the memory, well, the 5-cost Ken to the bottom. We're going to swing in 1k. I'm going to die at 1k. Train in the back. And then 2-cost Evo into Veemon to pass the turn. Just chilling. Not really giving anything on board to play with. Like, ghosts from this position, no violet, no nothing. They can't really do a whole lot, but we can try and get medical attention without healthcare in the United States. So gonna swing in for 7k, perish in security, gain back 2 memory. So a little bit of a cheeky refund, and there's gonna be the analog use sideways, and then we're gonna get the add back of a rookie to get built up in the back, and a Barkemon, a sad Barkemon that does not play Violetta. Wouldn't have mattered anyway because the Violet would have just gotten bounced back to hand, let's be real. Gonna swing the Veemon and give us a brand new Violet. That works. And Rodo Nightamon. Lord Knight bring back... Can't bring back the... Well, could bring back the Veggie, but there's no point just yet, just because we don't have the sources to turn it into another Veemon, because obviously that bad boy is down there. But we are going to push up, go to 4, which is kind of nice. Analog Youth back. Doodle her to trash. And now that we have the Violet, we can warp, but we're not going to. We're actually going to pop, give itself blocker with the Barke to clear the sideways body. And then we get to evolve at cost -2, so we get to go 1 cost straight into the Lord Knight with the redirect. And we are going to float and add back. So we're going to float into the Barke, add back the player Violet Barke, and then just set up another rookie in back. And at least now that the Veemon is accounted for, you can maybe try and commit the memory setter here. We've got the 2 tamers, so we can't free play a Violet at all. But we can certainly Ghost Banquet play the Searcher. I think I would have still preferred to see the memory setter, but it is what it is. 2 bodies on board. I'm going to swing in, hit Demonic Disaster, which is going to play out a Barke, and then we're just going to play Digimon Emperor to keep the rookie locked in back, which is, again, another reason that I would maybe have liked to see the memory setter played. Just so that way we can play through this situation. You do kind of have to build a 4 in the back. Forces him to stay in the back so he can go to 2 off the start of main in order to be able to afford an Evo. But we can just Varp. You see, that's the thing, like, staying in the back, yeah, it's kind of cooked him. So we're just going to swing in, give ourselves blocker when this inevitably dies. Redirect in. Get the draw off the Digimon Emperor. And then we do have blocker somewhere. Violet. Yeah, this works out. Like, Violet lets us go Barke into Phantom. And then we did go sideways, so we can do Intended Synergy into Dullahamon, which is going to get the pop. And then we're going to execute. Not going to gain back a huge amount of memory, but we don't really want to gain back too much memory. Can choke to 1 here and just be annoying. And we can get a double float. So we can float into a 4 and a 6. Obviously, there are no 4s to float into. Or no 6s to float into. So this is probably going to be... I wouldn't mind 5 and 5, to be honest. But we're going to go... We're just going to keep looping blockers. I genuinely don't hate that. And we're going to choose not to... Oh, we are going to Mr. McYouthentOsh. And surely this time we play the memory setter. Yeah, okay. We're going to play the memory setter off of the emblem. Soul Banquet set up. And we do be singing, but... Jambo, looking to attend the concert. Training, then DM1, going to get the suspension into the terriermon. Not ideal as a body. But, you know. Vady. And we're going to bounce the rookie back, choosing not to take the memory setter off board. Which, like, I was watching this game, and I definitely was like, why did we not bounce the memory setter? It's like, oh, I want to straight bodies off one. Like, brother, memory setter. I think Jumbo's reasoning was like, there's still a Violet on board, so we still get to, like, he still has the conditions for Soul Banquet and thing. But if he bounced the 3-cost one rather than the memory setter is prior to them realizing that suspending was where they wanted to put the power budget. So we wouldn't have been able to proc Soul Banquet. We do, however, get to proc a double draw off of crashing a rookie into security. Or crashing a rookie into the beta. And we do actually finally have the body for it. And yeah, since we suspended, we are going to go into the Necro for 1. And then we're just going to fragment, swing in. So we do got execute. But we do have Mega Gargamon Ace, which is going to lock down the Analog Youth and turn off when Digivolvings. Still get to gain gain enough to keep turn. But this is a pretty cool line because it stops the super expansion. Once again, gonna just get the blocker and gonna get the Phantom, and then since we kept turn, we are just going to evolve into another Necro, then place the new Violet in order to keep it. We're looking pretty good here. 3 bodies on board. But File Island is gonna give us back, and then Medieval Gallantmon. Swing. Wait, should there not have been a pop? There should have been suspend pop. Oh, maybe didn't use it straight away. Oh yeah, that was the pop, and then we're vortexing into the sideways body. All right, I follow. I'm gonna push out, lose the 2, start a main, gain 1. And I think we're in a pretty good position. Just pop the last, keep it simple. Swing, hit File Island. Something is gonna come out. It's gonna be the Kabuteri. Kabuteri is going to suspend 1, but then we can send the rookie in for game 1. Gang, it's that time between rounds where that means I get to highlight the joiners, the members of all different Digivolutions. At the top, we do have the Ultimates, the Tommy NT, Tommy Tricks and Sticks, Brad Sacred Armor, King of Night, Star Owlbear, Rich Life, and Matthew Bowen. And I want to say a thank you to our rookies. We don't always get to shout these guys out. We've got Greatness Beams, Turtle Sovereign, Balfi, Marcio, Gretzi, Brando, Kessa, Z-Slasher, Solander Sane, Sanjit PS, Metallica, Lot, and new to the rookie tier, we've got Adam Miller. And just as a reminder, you can be like all the names on screen for as little as £1 a month, dodge the ad rolls, and support the channel as we go into Game 2 with the security set. And Digital Gate open up with a Veemon over the Suno. And then we're going to get Analog Youth, the OG one from EX1. Just more and more cycle to set up trash for Assembly. But I actually don't know if we're on Assembly Chimera as like just a thing that we can play. What we are going to do though is build up a 4 in the back, Ghost Bake, and then Ghost in the front. Double pickup, finds the Ghost and Liberator, so that's a Dullahamon to hand. And we're going to swing, we're going to training the BO even. Turn into, is that Angemon? Yeah, Angemon. Cheeky little bit of DP minus to clear the Ghost. Make Vade, and then File Island. Nice little 1 choke. We're going to push up the 4. And this time we're going to drive without our seatbelt on. Straight into Vadamon. Oh, we do got retail. I like that. Obviously, it's a fragment. But, you know, we do get to float, and we do get to gain a memory to 1 choke. Just making it so the Vade can't really stay on board all that well, because if we swing... yeah, swing bounce to hand. Oh, no, we're going to swing into the... We're going to swing and raid into the body. Interesting. And then training in the back and then Veggie. Yeah, because I think you need to discard a source in order to do it, and he wants to make sure that he doesn't lose his Veemon, because if we swing it, we don't have the fragment sources if we crash into something big in security. So just playing for board, making use of these red sources to actually do stuff. And now we've got that security minus by 2k. Now I'm going to Invisi. Flip it up. So we would have gotten away with it. I'm just happy for that to be there. Well, that said, we can still do a decent amount here. We're going to swing. With Retail. Yeah. Swing with Retail. With Execute, you do get to scrap with unsuspended bodies. So just going to run straight into that. Obviously, memory is going to get tugged back over thanks to Analog Youth. And, you know, same kid, new fit. The EX10 analog. Not EX10, EX9 analog. And then Veggie is going to let us load up in order to bounce back with the Veemon. The Boogeyman. BO trained in the back. Pretty decent way to pass. And the problem is, like, with the Vade, like, comfortably in play, you really can't commit Violets aboard without it being, like, a free Violet. Like, if we push up a Ghostmon with... If we push up a Ghostmon with the Barcade that free plays a Violet, like, that's when we can start and do stuff. But as long as we finish on 3 and then end on Digimon Emperor, we're kind of chill. So we're going to swing, just keep it simple. Do hit a Violet there, which is a little bit late, but there you can go. Immediately get the trash out. As a reminder, aces do not trigger when they come out from under a training because they were face down. They were not treated as aces. And we're able to just immediately bounce back with the Vades. Pretty good control. It does look like we're missing the free player Violet level 4. Because we got Violets in hand, like you can see them as well. Oh no, we do have the Bake, so it's... Oh, it's because we're... Yeah, I guess it's because it's still level 4. Looks like we're going to swing in. We're going to go Phantom. Phantom hit File Island, which is unfortunate. Because that's going to be the Digivolve, and then we blow ourselves up, and we don't get any of the floats. That is pretty, you know, as far as things go, that is the worst it could be. And we are big enough to swing over in security, thanks to the File Island and thanks to the security minus. Gonna be 3 checks, Analog Youth, and a game 3 on the cards.
Matrix Digivolution.
Hi YouTube, it's probably about time I did one of these again. If you're seeing this, that means you are not a member and you may also not be subscribed. You should check and see if you're subscribed. A lot of people watch my content daily and don't actually subscribe. Check and see if you're one of those people. It might even be glowing for you under the video. But yeah, I'm here to just say consider joining the members. For joining as little as £1 a month, you can dodge these for the rest of watching Digimon on my channel. And you can support the channel and help us do close to daily as I can for Digimon. Appreciate everyone that's been through everything with us. In 2025 was an awesome year, and hopefully I want to be able to do a lot more cool stuff in 2026. So with your support, it makes it possible to be able to branch out and do other things. So yeah, it took me 10 days into the new year to record a new sponsor segment. But yeah, if you're seeing this, that means there was no other sponsor. So please consider supporting me. Bye. All right, getting shuffled up for that third and final, which means we get to say a thank you to third and final tier, our champions, who are going to be getting some bonus content from the podcast 1 month early. We got Shinny Carry, DHM, Andy Fing, Squid Eater, Benji Gibber, Thomas Yates, Kenneth Smith, Tomato FGC, Kraken Security, Coffee Deus, Stephen Holdren, Obsidian Cross, Donkey, Pap, Kava, Goatboy TM, King James, and Samuel Larson. And get that digital gate open for the final time. Thanks to these guys for giving us the friendly. We're going to get the rookie in the back, and we're going to just open up with the Violet. Not the Violet that you really want to see early, but, you know, better one tamer than no tamer, especially versus this deck. You want to get them established earlier than they can establish the Veemon. Passing over 2. And we're just going to stay in the back. Missing a 4 from the looks of it. Going to find 1 in trash. Actually, if we pushed up here... Oh, okay, actually, we find a 4 off the draw. Just establishing multiple tamers. I don't hate it. Both of them just kind of playing reserve. Tamers everywhere. Got 2 of the 3 costs, and we are going to go straight in. Going to hit the Veggie. Going to get the tap draw on Jambo's side, and then we're going to float into a Ghost. we'll float into the ghost and then add back the 5. And then we're going to achieve what we need to keep turn, make this 0 cost. And then we're going to tap the violet to give it rush, and then we're going to execute again. He's going to die in security. Again, shame that we weren't able to tag the memory back again. So we're just going to one choke with the float. Keep it simple. Having retaliation in the stack rather than a memory gain does suck. Get to do this for settle. I'm going to bounce back the rookie rather than the violet. And we do hit a new violet, the 4th tamer. Looking pretty good. I'm just going to add an extra analog youth. Start of main opponent does have 2. And then we're going to bot deck a violet in order to play a Ghostmon from trash. Get a rookie in the back. And we're going to evolve into Bake. Suspend the violet to give it rush. And then go into Phantom. This is going to be double lockdown on the bodies here. And then redirect with the Veemon. So I guess the Lord, when it's a Lord Knight stack, it's double redirect, which is crazy. We do get to float, and then this is going to be Soul Banquet as the next response. Yeah, really, really clean. So this is going to be swing, suspend 1, unsuspend, end of attack, and then could punch through a body, but is there any point? Gonna go into the Kabuteri load to suspend, and then analog youth, draw, gain 1, draw, gain 1. I think we're exactly at 8 cards now. And then training, swing over the other body. And then Vade. What do you want to bounce back here? I'm going to bounce back the rookie. Yes, this is start of main. So draw. I think you still push up here. I think you push out the rookie. Actually, no, because you lose the start of main bot deck. But I think we're okay with that. We're going to lose the 2, then gain the 2. Decline the violet to spin itself to go. We've got enough that we can 1-cost Evo into a 4 here. Hopefully. Please tell me we have a 4. Okay, yeah, we have a 4. It's the Bakemon. Going to choose not to delete itself, for obvious reasons. The thing is, I think he's respecting the Mega Gargamon ace a lot. There's no retail in the stack, so we're just going to swing that bad boy into security. Going to redirect straight in. I guess the redirect actually, like, it actually matters quite a bit having the retaliation in this particular matchup, just because after a certain point, you stop being able to actually hit security consistently. I'm going to get to suspend the violet to go into the body, and then we get to go into Dullahamon, which is going to clear. Then we get to swing over the body with Dullahamon piercing 2. End of attack, we're going to explode and then turn into Phantom and a rookie from the looks of it. And then we're going to decline the second violet. I think I would have liked to see the second violet go sideways, literally just to try and establish a 4. But we've got a veggie that's set up to prep for Vade after turn. But we could also just Vade now. 0-cost Evo. And then what gets bounced back? Is it going to be the rookie, or are we going to finally hit a tamer? So we're going to bounce the scramble tamer. Swing at security. And then we're going to make Lord Knight bring back Veggie, end of turn, load 3. Yeah, wait, no, it has to be V2s. So, 3 V2s into Vade from trash. Bounce back the rookie. Start of main, we're going to go to 3. This one's really, really close. Obviously, not having the rush tamer matters, so I think Jambo recognizing the most important thing there, as we are going to go Necro, and then we are going to swing 12 with Execute over the Lord Knight. Then it's going to float back into the Phantom and a Ghost. Check top 3, double hit. and then Violet sideways. And that's going to go into the Bucket, and the other Violet goes into the Necro. So we managed to double establish here, taking both off board. Yeah. And then we're going to get to go Metal Mamemon. Source Strip bot deck. Clean. Does manage to get out of it, and then we make the Invisi Digivolve and then pop something with one source. Wow. Back and forth answers. We are approaching deck out. But I think we're also approaching the end of the game. We're going to see the Warp Digivolve, thanks to having the Violet. Keep it nice and cheap. And then we're going to just swing regular style into the File Island. And what is he going to play off of the File Island? So we're going to play the Monochromon, get that Digivolve, and then Apparition Legion. Let's put a 3 and a 6 back to the bottom of the deck, which allows us to play a 3 and a 6 back from the bottom of the deck. And then that bad boy is going to have Rush and Execute. So a really, really cool way to close things out. Both of these guys really keeping each other on his toes. If you did like what you saw and you do want to see more, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. But double check that you're subscribed. You may think you are, but you might not be. Join the Discord if you haven't already. If today's your birthday, then happy birthday. And as always, have yourselves a damn good one.